Morning, everyone. So today we are going to play Our Life. It is my first graphic novel. I believe it's LGBT related, and I am really hoping it's a good game. I'm still just trying to set up some things that doesn't seem to be working. Oh no. Okay. Hmm. Just give me a minute here. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's gonna be stubborn. Of course, always a problem in the morning, right? Still haven't had my first cup of coffee. Oh well. Let's see here. You know what? We might have to just play it like this. You know what? Not too bad. Not too bad. Do do do. All right. So I also set up my alerts yesterday, so I'm hoping they work. Hoping they work. No guarantees. My other computer is lagging behind just a little bit. I like using my other computer just to read your messages. It gives me better control. But sometimes it just doesn't want to work. Alright, you know what? We will. It should get working soon. Anyway, let's get into it. So, Our Life. From what I understand, it's an LGBT graphic novel. I've never played a graphic novel before. So, let's start a new file. and see what this game is all about. Our Life tutorial time. Welcome to Our Life, beginning and always. Skip, autosave, configuration, load, log, menu, out. Okay. There are various ways you can customize and interact with the game. This tutorial is an overview of how certain features work. Well, that's helpful. You can read the full tutorial from the main menu to learn about everything in detail. Okay, well, we already passed the main menu, so let's just, no. To start off, the game is divided into 4 time periods called steps. Step 1 is childhood. Step 2, adolescence. Step 3, young adulthood. And step 4, adulthood. Okay? Our life is further divided into sets of that take place during specific periods of time. Those are called moments. Okay, moments in your life. I get it. Cute. Moments can be played in any order or skipped entirely. You move on to the next step whenever you want by selecting that summer ending. Steps 1 through 3 include 5 moments each, and even more can be unlocked by purchasing DLCs. Okay. Some are out now, and other DLCs will be released later. Step 4 is the and doesn't include moments. Aww. I was kind of hoping it would include the moments. A lot happens over the years that go by, especially in regard to the character you play as. You determine nearly everything about the main character. Name, appearance, personality, pronouns, interests, skills, their relationship with major characters, and so on. You can decide to change the details as time goes on, with a few exceptions. Your last name, skin tone, eye color can't be altered once set. Okay. Much of the MC's basic traits are determined on a character creation screen. As the MC grows up, more options become available on the screen. As mentioned, one of the decisions you'll get to make for your character is selecting a name. You can type in any name you like, or you can pick a preset name. Preset options are called voice names because the name will be voiced aloud by the romantic lead. You'll get to hear him say your name as you play through the story. Only the default name, Jamie, is included in the base game. Hundreds more can be added by getting a free voice name expansion. The full collections and names is separated out as the DLC because of how large it is. If you are not interested in that feature, you don't need to get it. Okay. On the character creation screen, there's a cute doll you can decorate to get an idea of what your MC looks like with the different traits you put together. Not all things you decide about the MC appear on the doll. The script referencing what you've decided for the MC is the main way those decisions influence the game. Our life has a first-person perspective, so your character doesn't appear next to other characters. You only see the MC as a decorative doll and then special cute. Aww. Okay, something tells me I'm gonna get emotional while playing this game because it's made for you to be the main characters. Okay, so I am the main character. The cut-in CGs only appear if certain choices are made. It's possible not to see any during a playthrough. There's also a second type of special MC base screen, the interest comfort screen. Unless you get DLCs, the game has one love interest. Oh, okay. He grows up with the MC, and the interest comfort screen is crucial for determining how that plays out. So, I think after we play it through at least once, we'll probably get some of the DLCs later on. and play through it because I'm curious what the other love interests would be. Interest level sets how much you like him. There are 4 levels: disinterest, fawn, crush, and love. Love is only available starting at step 3, and if you were at fond or crush in step 2. Comfort determines how you generally react, think when it comes to him. There are 3 levels: nervous, relaxed, and direct. Your level of interest and comfort will set the type of dramatic dynamic your character has with love interest. What you did in the past will influence the present, and feelings change over time. That's very true. That hall's getting to me. You get to pick your interest comfort near the beginning of every step. Comfort can switch between 3 levels as you please. Your interest level can only stay the same or increase. Your current level of interest will become the new lowest option on the screen in the future. For example, if you decide to be fond in step 1, disinterest will not be available on the screen in steps 2 and 3. Okay. What if I don't like him at all? Like, at all? What happens with the game? Like, do we just go our separate ways? Interest level has an impact when it comes to physical interaction with Cove. I guess we'll call him Cove. While growing up, things are rather simple. If you get along with one another and have a close relationship, you can choose to touch him. And Cove will occasionally interact with the MC lighthearted or comforting ways. But starting with step 3, touching can become more romantic or suggestive if you're at a crusher level. There is a lot of reading for this tutorial, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. To make sure things go nicely with that, there will be an extra choice to determine, and a bonus mini tutorial that goes along with the choice to explain the feature in more detail. Okay. Basically, even if you decide you like Cove, the game won't force you to act on those feelings. Okay. You can always choose not to get together with him, choose not to accept or give romantic gestures, etc. If you do decide to date Cove, though, you can't break up with him later? Why? Well, that's not realistic at all. And it isn't only the MC who is impacted by your decision. Cove grows and changes over the years. How he's treated and what he experiences helps shapes who he becomes. Previous steps, okay. Or if you prefer, you can also design your own ideal. Well, we're not doing that. We're gonna let it play out normally. Making the choices you want is always more important than making a choice because you feel like you have to in order to get a certain result. When a choice does appear, usually you'll see that hovering the cursor over an option shows a certain color: yellow, blue, or green. When I play story-based driven games like this, I tend to play the game only once because I like to be in the moment. I like to be that character. So I feel kind of bad that I don't have the DLC for it because I would have liked to know the other love interests, and I said I'll probably go and get it later and go back and play the game, but it's probably not that likely that I will. It really depends on how the game plays out. If I enjoy the game and I feel like it was true, that I was really in the moment, I'll just go with it. And that'll be the end of the story, right? So, the colors aren't related to specific points or efforts. They're only there to give a bit of insight on the tone/emotion of the choice, since text alone can potentially be read in more than one way. Blue tends to be casual, straightforward. Yellow more emotion, reactive, and green has less certain uncommitment. Though there are hundreds of options in our life and not every choice menu falls in line with that pattern, picking just one color every time doesn't give a gameplay benefit. Only stick to a certain type if that's what you happen to like. Otherwise, switch between them freely. Always pick yellow, never pick yellow. Pursue romance right from the start, never romance the love interest. Be disagreeable. None of them will lead to a bad ending. Well, if you don't show any love interest, you walk away with no love interest. To me, that's a bad ending. By the way, me and my partner are actually celebrating our anniversary today. It's our third anniversary next year from this date, this exact day. We are getting married. Yay! I'm not gonna lie. I'm nervous. I'm almost 32, and this will be my first marriage. So I think I've waited long enough. I think I know what I want out of life, that I can make this kind of decision now. So I'm comfortable with it. You're welcome to enjoy the events and shape the story without reservation. And then, if you like, you can play again to try something new. There's only ever more good content to discover. That just sounds like they're. That just sounds like they're trying to sell the game, right? We hope you have a nice time with our life. Thank you for playing. Alright, so I get to make the first character. Okay. Let's make him. Let's give him a square jawline. And. Ooh. Make him tan. Sharp. With some eyelashes. Oh, that kind of looks creepy. Why is the green so green? Let's just give him blue. Let's change those eyes. Maybe round with some eyelashes. There we go. That's cute. We're gonna keep his name Jamie. I want to hear the voice. I want to see what his voice sounds like when he talks to me. Right? Like. So he looks kind of young. So let's give him like a. There we go. That messed up hair. Give him some dirty blonde hair, maybe? No. Hmm. Maybe just. No, that. Let's give him black hair, I guess. What should his last name be? Mr. Jamie Wright. Oops, wrong button. Change page. Oh, there's more. Okay. Ah. Ooh. Hand size. Glasses. What else is there? See, this is weird because we can't actually see the arms or anything. So, or the yeah, we can't see the clothing type. If I don't click any of this, does like okay, pants, shirt. There we go. That should be fine. Here we go. Summer in Sunset Bird was a special time of year. Your usually sleepy town began to bustle. It was a popular tourist tour. Let's try that again. It was a popular tourist destination with people coming from all over to enjoy the beach, the weather, and the relaxation that came with both. The smell of the ocean, crisp and salty, hung in the air, bringing 3 whole months school-less vacation with it. I think today's the official day, like the first day of summer too. So it's kind of ironic that we're starting this game that takes place during summer vacation, right? So during the summer, your mums, is there 2 mums? Your mums didn't like you to wander too far outside of your neighborhood, so you knew the area pretty well. That included the people. Families came and went from Sunset Bird, but they mostly stayed and did what your mom called putting down roots. They built businesses, they got to know each other, and they definitely said hello to the nice young kids who waved when passing their stores. Aww. Going for a walk around town mostly meant that the familiar, friendly residents waved or asked how your family was, or most often just said hello. Bonjour. Oh, I finally get my first option. You didn't really get why they always had to say hi. They saw you every day, but you nodded back at them anyway. You ended up saying hi to a lot of different people, since most of the tourists that came and went every summer were the same ones. You know what? Ooh, let's see. I'll play it like my personality. You didn't really get why they always had to say hi. They saw you every day, but you nodded back at them anyway. It was the polite thing to do after all, and your moms had taught you to always be respectful. But today there was a man sitting on the curb outside your house. He was sitting with his head in his hands, his whole body slumped over, and you wondered if he was even a real person, or a statue that had magically sprung up from the ground overnight. Whoever, or whatever he was, you had never seen him before. One thing about knowing everyone in Sunset Bird was that people who you didn't recognize really, really stood out. It was rare for tourists to venture into the residential district, as your mom calls it. So for you, not knowing who a total stranger was set off a lot of red flags. Your mom's had a talk with you and your big sister Lizzie about this kind of situation before. Oh, I have a sister named Lizzie. Yay. Okay. You hadn't exactly been listening at the time. You think it could be okay to talk to new people. They mentioned that some people aren't good to talk to, but other types of people can help you even if you don't know them. You remember that it's okay to run away if you feel uncomfortable. You don't have to worry about being polite then. True. You weren't sure about this man yet. Still, you felt a bit scared knowing that he was blocking the way to your front door. But you were pretty interested, you wanted to know more about what was going on. You know what? I would probably feel scared about him blocking the way to my front door. You slowed down, your mind racing for ideas on how to get past him unseen. But it was too late to escape. There was a split second where your eyes met and you took in a shaky breath, your eyes darting to the sky, pretending to stare at a bird who was hovering nearby. Hey! His voice startled you and made you jump, but still you didn't look at him. The bird landed on top of a nearby gate post, and his black feathers ruffled up against the gentle breeze. Trying to keep your eyes on it, though, was tough, especially when the man stood up and started to make its way towards you. When he seemed too approachable, you folded your arm and stared. Still unsure about him, but willing to be friendly, you offered the stranger a smile. Your whole body was frozen in place as he approached. You know what? I would totally fold my arms. So? You live around here? What's your name? You looked the man up and down, taking in his tan skin and relaxed appearance. At least his clothes were relaxed, the way he was acting wasn't. He had sharks on his shores and a stingray tattoo. A stingray. Oh, a stingray tattoo, and you wondered if he was obsessed with the ocean or something. While you made your assessment, he looked at you, waiting for an answer to his question. Yeah, you shouldn't say anything. If you do, he rubbed the back of his neck uncomfortably, giving you a small smile. He reached into his pocket and pulled out a clean $20 bill. It crinkled in his hand as he held it up to you. Even more confused than before you looked back at him. Yeah, I'm confused. Why are you trying to hand me money? Well, could you do me a favor? Nothing bad. Sorry, I should have... Let me start over. He cleared his throat and stood up straighter. From where you were standing, it just made him look creepier. I have a son. His name is Cove. Who's about your age. You chewed on the inside of your cheek. This guy was definitely obsessed with water. He wasn't the only person that He wasn't the only person like that in Sunset Bird. Sunset Bird. Why? Why would anybody name a place like Sunset Bird? Why not Sunset Cove or Sunset Riverdale or I don't know. We moved in from across the street, see? That's a really young looking dad, to be honest. He gestured towards the house that had been empty for years, his watch catching the late afternoon sunlight and reflecting off the walls. The giant for sale sign was finally gone. You must be Jamie, right? Jamie, right. Yeah, that probably wasn't a good last name. I met your mom's earlier, and they told me you were 8, just like him, so... He shook the $20 bill to bring it back to your attention, a hopeful smile tilting his lips at the corner. Can you try to be friends with the boy? His dad is trying to buy him friends? That's messed up. That is just messed up. Okay, creepy. I've never had that happen. Just give it a chance and you keep this. He's a good kid. You'll like him. But you've got to keep it a secret too, okay? It wouldn't be friendly to say his dad sent you. Wow. I'm gonna give him the eye. You eye the man. What could be so bad about this Cove kid that his dad would need to bribe strangers to be friends with him? That is true. Yeah, I know. It's okay. It's fine. I'll go with the last name. But thank you for letting me know. I wish I would have known that. Like, I guess I did know it earlier, but I thought Jamie Wright was actually sound good. But now that I'm reading it in text, it's like not so much, right? What do you say? Want to make a deal? This guy is creepy. Oh. Yeah, I definitely don't want the money. He took a step back from him, clearly refusing to accept the offer. He deflated enough to notice, but not completely. It won't be so bad, even if it's just for the summer. That'd be enough. That only made this sound more strange to you. Why does it lasting for the summer matter? Yeah, see, that's just even creepier. It is creepier. When it was clear in his intentional when it was clear